I joined the Army out of Syracuse, so not super far from the city where you're at. And it was a situation that I like to say seemed like the best idea at the time. The recruiter who called me made it seem like an amazing idea. They're very, very good at that. He made it seem like it was the best option for me to do what I wanted to do in life, which was to be a journalist. But unfortunately, I did not realize that Army journalism is not actually journalism. It's really like PR and marketing, but it looks like the news. And I didn't discover that until I was in. And that's where the word morality comes in, because I didn't know at that point that I was being going to be asked um, to violate my own sense of morals by writing about the military and the war in only the positive light that the military wanted. And when we're talking about the things that aren't being said in to you, it's like that's really what I was doing in the military, and what like, your recruiters are doing. They're telling you only the things that you want to hear, that are going to make you feel better, and that are going to make them look good.
I joined the military in the beginning for patriotic reasons. I actually joined because I needed a job. um, when I graduated high school, I was in Southeast Georgia in the rural countryside. There was no opportunities, no businesses, no taxis, no buses, no trains, no subways, just dirt roads. My town had one stoplight. There's, no schools to go to, just a lot of churches and a lot of drugs. That was what my town was filled up with. So when I graduated from high school, I was a construction worker, getting paid under the table, no health benefits. It wasn't good. And I hurt myself one day. And it just made me really think about what I was going to do with my life. So I was like, you know what, if I'm working this hard as a construction worker, I might as well join the military and get some benefits out of it. And at that time, there was two major wars going on, the Afghanistan war and the Iraq war, right? These wars have been summed up as the global war on terrorism. So anyways, I joined the military in 2004, two wars, Iraq and Afghanistan. These wars have completely destroyed Afghanistan and Iraq for generations to come. Whose lives were destroyed? Well, Iraqi students like yourself, fathers, grandmothers, grandchildren. Homes have been blown up, schools have been blown up, businesses have been blown up, infrastructure, water, electricity blown up for decades, right? So the majority of people who have died in Iraq and Afghanistan were innocent civilians that had nothing to do with terrorism, that had nothing to do with the US military. That was my experience in Iraq and Afghanistan. I was in Iraq under President Bush, a Republican and a white guy. And I was in Afghanistan under President Obama, a Democrat, a black guy.
I actually do want to talk about my own kind of conversion experience. Yeah. So my views changed a lot. It actually changed even before I went to Afghanistan. It was kind of just right off the bat, the very initial levels of very initial stages in the training. I was thinking, I was starting to have doubts about the mission because again, I came in as a true believer, and right off the bat, there was definitely a disconnect between how we were being trained, the kind of mentality that we were all caught up in, and then the official mission that I really believed in, which was nation building or winning the so-called hearts and minds of the people. So right off the bat, I saw a tension there. How can all of us that are being trained basically to be killers, even those of us who were in support roles, which is what I was, still were very much had like the killer, kill mentality. In fact, kill is a common like chant or way of speaking in the Marine Corps. You're constantly yelling kill. Even if you're greeting someone, at least when I was in, sometimes instead of saying good afternoon, you just say kill. The other guy would say kill. It was a very killer mindset. How can you have that killer mindset and then also, win the hearts and minds of the people that you're policing, and fighting. A lot of times it was hard. It was unclear who was fighting you and who was just a quote unquote civilian.